YouTube, what up? You know, it's your boy Mal and I'm back again with another video for you guys. How's everybody out there feeling today, man? Today I'm going to be shedding you some light on the Jamaican leader that is running the country right now. He already won one election. He just won the second run-up. His name is Andrew Holness. So today we're going to be talking about Andrew Holness and how he's running the country and the future of Jamaica and where Jamaica is heading today in 2020, going over in 2021. Alright, so before we get started, guys, please remember, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to help me grow and also to help you to get videos when I post them. But also you need to turn the notification bell on so whenever I post a video you will be notified, and then you can watch it at your own time if you want to or not. But please subscribe so I can grow this channel. Alright guys, with that being said, let's get started. So guys, today now we're going to be talking about Andrew Holness, aka Bro God. That's his nickname. I don't know if he gave himself it or is it Jamaican people nickname him Bro God. But Andrew Holness is the youngest Prime Minister that Jamaica have ever had. And what has Andrew Holness have been doing for Jamaica? Andrew Holness have done the same thing for Jamaica as all the other Prime Minister before him did for Jamaica. And that is nothing. He has done nothing for the country so far. The most Andrew Holness have done for Jamaica, he's following in the footsteps of many Prime Minister in Jamaica before him and selling out the country to the Chinese. Now the Chinese government has more toll road in Jamaica probably than they have in China. And they give the Chinese government these toll roads, these land to put these toll roads on, that he's going to have a contract with the Jamaican government that these toll roads, he's going to be running these toll roads for 50 years, non-taxable, so he will not be paying any taxes and all the revenue that these toll road brings to them for 50 years. 50 years non-taxable. None of the money will go to any of Jamaica. None of it. And the people who are working at the toll road collecting the money will be people, workers straight from China. So the Jamaican people will not be handling any of the cash that's coming off these roads. And after 50 years when the contract is over, he'll pack up and he will head back to China unless they renew the contract. And he'll maintain the road for 50 years, and after the 50 years, the Jamaican government will be responsible for whatever happened to the roads to fix it. And in 50 years, those roads will be needed to not just resurface, probably tore up and rebuilt. So it's a win-win situation for the Chinese and a lose-win situation for the Jamaican country and its people. Because of the governments, them out there, they keep making poor decisions without thinking ahead before making these decisions. So first and foremost, if you're going to be a leader for anything at all, you need to be a thinker. You has to be. In order to be a great leader, you have to be a thinker. If you are not a thinker, then leading is not the place you should be. The next thing that Andrew Holness have done, you know that Jamaica is famous for marijuana. But it's been illegal out there for years. And now a lot of big countries like the US, Canada, and probably other countries around the world now have marijuana in many states here in the US where it's legal. They're bringing in crazy revenue. People who set up dispensaries are making millions of dollars off these dispensary greenhouses, making tons of money off of that as well. So now the Canadian government went to Jamaica, and they also now have a contract with the Jamaican government in order to come to our country and build up greenhouses. So they're using the Jamaican guys them to build the greenhouses, and then I don't know after they finish building them up who's going to be running them in there, monitoring and planting the plants. But I know all the ganja is going to be shipping back out of Jamaica straight to Canada, and the Canadian government is what's going to be making all the money off the weed. The Jamaican government won't be seeing much of any revenue off it. The people in probably will be working for minimum wage in those greenhouses. The way the government should have run it, if he was thinking, he would have said, well, you know what, we're famous out here for our marijuana, so why don't we grow it? We don't need anybody to come in and tell us how to grow this. We can grow it here. We've been doing it for years. And we will plant it, and then the government will get all these farmers, just announce it, all the people who knows how to grow these plants. We're going to issue you a license. You can either have the money up front to where you pay for the license, and if you don't have the money up front, we'll advance you the license, and you will pay it after you harvest your first or your second crop. And then you will pay certain taxes out of the revenue that you make out of it, and you will employ Jamaican workers to work in these fields. If these people do not have the property to grow it on, there's a lot of open lands out there in Jamaica that is owned by the government. You could say, okay, we will let you use the land to grow the weed. We'll also charge you a percentage for using the property to grow it. So when they sell it to the Canadian government now, or any other country they sell it to over the world, the revenue will be coming to Jamaica. And then we will be making money off of it, and then the country can build itself up a little bit more by bringing in revenue instead of letting everything leave the country. The next thing that all the Prime Minister of Jamaica have been doing, they've been giving overseas investors these beachfront properties to come out and put up hotels so that they could provide jobs for Jamaican workers, which sounds like a good gig, but it's not. When these overseas investors come in our country, they come in and they put up all these hotels. They bring their family members from overseas. They give them all the top jobs, like the management job. All those higher paying jobs is not Jamaican people getting it. Jamaican people get the lower wages job, like the groundskeeping job, the house cleaning job, the person who work in the kitchen, put the food out, take the food off, cook the food, and so forth. Work at the bar, work at the front desk. You don't see them up in the upper management jobs. They get the lower end job. And then what happened? After they make the money, the tourists come in, they spend the money. Most of the tourists, they stay in the resort. They don't go off. So the local people don't see much, if any, revenue from these visitors when they come in. Because what happened is, now all the hotels have their own gift shops on the hotel. You don't have to come off to go buy a straw bag, to go buy any Jamaican product. You can buy everything at the hotel. It's a one-stop shop and vacation and leave. And then what they do after they make all the money, they get all the exchange rate that they're making in Jamaican currency, put it in US currency, and it goes back overseas to their country. So all the revenue that the tourism bring into Jamaica, Jamaican is not benefiting any of it. Everything is going back overseas to these countries. See what I mean? So we're taking one step forward and we're making 3 or 4 backward, which is not smart. What the government should do with Jamaica, and if past leaders haven't done that, present leaders, what they should do is start building these hotels in Jamaica. Use money that the country is making, build these hotels. They have to go out and put up 6, 7 hotels at a time. Build a certain amount you can build, run them, and the revenue that comes from those hotels help to build up Jamaica, because the hotels would be owned by the Jamaican government, by the country. Also, we need to invest more. The government need to invest more in schooling. They need to invest more in building up infrastructure so they can provide jobs for the people. And that's why the crime rate is so high, because the government is not doing anything to provide opportunity for its people. So now there's not too much jobs for you to get. Most of the jobs are in the tourist industry. Now everything is shut down because of the coronavirus. Now people can't get jobs. Now the crime rate is going up. What is the government doing to stop it? Nothing. They need to start opening up more schools. Make sure that these overcrowded classroom has less students in them, more teachers, more facility to facilitate the kids them. And also We need computers in those classrooms so these kids, they can use these computers and learn how to do computer stuff and learn on the computers. If we cannot afford to purchase computers for all these schools, I know that there's a lot of countries around the world who are changing out their computer system that are still usable and throwing them away, that they could clean out their stuff out of them and donate them. But if the Jamaican government doesn't reach out to these people or these countries, they cannot know that we need these products. And that's why I said these governments are not doing anything for the country. They're only going in and doing it for themselves. Because I've not seen any improvement in these countries since I left there and before I moved. Now it seems like since Portia Simpson went in office, Jamaica take a few steps backward. Now Andrew Holness went in, it take another few steps backward. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Andrew Holness, bro, God is doing really good for the country. And a lot of other people are saying, no, he's not doing any good for the country. In the last, what would I say, about the last 6-7 years, the crime rate have excelled. It's not good for a country. We need our country to be peaceful. We could be living comfortable and living in paradise in our country if we have leaders who think more about the countries than thinking more about their own pocketbook. Everybody goes in, they try to take as much as they can for themselves, and then they leave the people them high and dry. They will go around during close to election season, they'll give the people them big promises, and the people them are so stupid that they keep falling in the same trap every election. They take these promises and they go around and throw them a few buck here and there and throw them a few beers and give them alcohol and throw a few little parties here where they feed them. Like, that's not enough. We need more for our youths. We need to see a better future for our youth. We need to provide something that is going to give our youths a good education. We need something to give them skilled trade, something that they can live off, something that they can get up in the morning and go to a good job so they can provide for themselves, their wife, and their kids. And so that they can be able to provide a good home and another good future for their kids so their kids can do the same for their kids. So we need to look into those areas. That is what we need to focus on. Not the big parties, not the fancy shoes that we can wear or the fancy clothes. But develop our mind. This is something that clothes can go away, clothes can be rebought all the time. But your brain, if you grow that, that's power. You will have that for the rest of your life, and nobody can take it away from you. They can put you behind bars, but your brain will always be with you wherever you go. So, Andrew Holness, I wish you was doing better for the country. A lot of people have hope in you that you're going to do great for the country. But you know, you go in office, the first thing you do, you went and take a whole ton of money from the country and you go buy a big house with it. Then you take off another portion of money again and you put it overseas and invest it overseas in some offshore account. So when you get out of politics, you have all that money to go live off. You just win another election now, and now your money, you take another portion of the money to go remodel the house that you just bought with the people money the last 4 years. Leaders must love their country. Leaders must love their country and their people to their heart. If they're going to do a good job in your country, you have to first love that country and love the people. Because if you don't have love for your country and for your people, you're not going to be a good leader. You're not going to do good for the country. That's my piece. Guys, thanks for watching. Peace out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about today's topic. Have a great day.